In the competitive corporate world, executives often assume that achieving high financial metrics, steady market growth, and outward organizational success automatically guarantees exceptional employee engagement, long-term loyalty, and workplace satisfaction. They mistakenly believe that a profitable balance sheet solves all internal problems, but the most dangerous operational crises silently develop within highly prosperous environments. Emotional burnout, recognition structural flaws, and weak leadership communication can completely sever the psychological connection people have with work, eroding the foundation of success. This insightful emotional video thoroughly explores the hidden, complex reasons why deep professional disengagement frequently happens even inside superficially successful, well-funded modern corporate workplaces and high-performing business departments. The practical script focuses heavily on the intricate psychological dynamics of emotional exhaustion, unaligned corporate recognition programs, and poorly calibrated leadership communication strategies that alienate top talent over time. By analyzing highly realistic team situations, viewers will clearly see how valuable employees gradually lose their inner drive. These familiar scenarios perfectly illustrate how subtle management blind spots destroy morale when leadership mistakes financial stability for cultural health. Furthermore, the comprehensive content highlights the critical, non-negotiable role of consistent leadership energy and sharp emotional awareness. Reverting disengagement requires a highly disciplined, proactive approach to modern team management. The overarching tone remains deeply emotional, penetratingly insightful, and exceptionally relatable throughout, ensuring that both experienced executives and junior specialists can easily recognize these painful behavioral patterns from experience. The impactful ending strongly reinforces the absolute importance of empathetic, regular communication in maintaining motivation long-term. Authentic presence is the definitive cornerstone of an unstoppable, resilient corporate culture. When psychological disengagement quietly takes root inside an organization, employees do not always abruptly resign. Instead, they quietly withdraw their creative energy, passion, and voluntary effort from daily projects. This passive survival state, often called quiet quitting, ensures that professionals perform only the bare minimum required to maintain security. This survival mindset completely stops any genuine innovation or cross-functional collaboration. The underlying tragedy is that these individuals were previously highly motivated high performers who deeply cared about the company's grand overarching mission, strategic goals, and long-term industry success. Their current alienation is almost always a direct result of continuous, unaddressed emotional burnout caused by relentless operational pressure, combined with a total lack of genuine, meaningful appreciation from their direct supervisors. Now, contrast that fragile, exhausted environment with a mature corporate culture anchored in proactive emotional awareness and authentic leadership. Exceptional managers understand that monitoring team energy is critical to long-term success. They treat every single workplace interaction as a valuable opportunity to reinforce psychological safety, ensuring that their language, feedback loops, and daily support remain completely predictable and exceptionally human. When a team member shows early signs of professional exhaustion, these disciplined executives immediately look beneath surface metrics. Instead of ignoring the dropping energy or demanding higher output through administrative pressure, they proactively initiate structured, supportive conversations designed to safely realign and recharge their people. To master this level of analytical leadership professionally, you must first learn to identify the subtle, silent warning signs of emotional disengagement within your daily corporate operations. Watch closely for sudden changes in communication patterns, such as a highly collaborative specialist suddenly stopping voluntary contributions during strategic planning sessions. Another red flag is when they remain completely silent during important cross-functional team debates where they used to lead. These behavioral shifts clearly signal that an employee feels invisible or deeply unappreciated, requiring immediate, thoughtful intervention from management before the professional disengagement becomes permanent and toxic. The biggest obstacle to resolving this hidden crisis is always the leader's uncalibrated ego, which mistakenly assumes that financial compensation alone is sufficient to maintain high workplace motivation. An elite manager, however, understands that human beings fundamentally crave authentic recognition, professional validation, and the distinct feeling that their daily intellectual output genuinely matters to the organization. They send an exceptionally transparent message to the entire hierarchy. Your mental well-being is never secondary. Creating a sustainable, supportive workspace is our absolute highest operational priority. If your department is currently suffering from creeping disengagement, restoring authentic motivation is a highly deliberate process requiring immense discipline. The recovery process begins by systematically auditing your internal communication strategy, ensuring that you regularly provide clear, constructive, and highly encouraging feedback to every single team member. Vulnerability from an executive during these alignment sessions never diminishes official authority. Instead, it dramatically increases respect by proving that the manager is self-aware, empathetic, and grounded. During individual touch points, completely eliminate rigid corporate jargon and explicitly thank your people for their specific, unique contributions. Acknowledge their unique value to the team's collective victories and ongoing operational progress. Consistency must be maintained across all recognition efforts, ensuring that appreciation is distributed fairly based on actual impact, rather than internal office politics or visible self-promotion behavior. Furthermore, consider establishing formal, highly structured micro-check-ins to proactively help your direct reports manage their heavy daily workloads and remove frustrating, energy-draining bureaucratic roadblocks on the spot. Keep these brief interactions entirely focused on providing genuine executive support rather than micromanaging specific technical processes or restricting the professional autonomy of your trusted, highly skilled talent. By proving through repeated daily actions that you are an emotionally intelligent, protective facilitator, you will systematically rebuild the deep psychological trust required for world-class corporate innovation and growth. High-performing individuals are naturally drawn to leaders who actively protect their energy. It provides the secure foundation necessary to maximize their long-term professional impact and career development. When you invest heavily in your team's emotional health, the strategic returns are compounding, resulting in drastically reduced turnover rates, elevated workplace morale, and accelerated overall project velocity. Our vital takeaway for viewers is that legendary corporate cultures are never built through superficial perks, but through the quiet, relentless repetition of supportive, emotionally intelligent microactions every day. So, during your very next high-stakes project briefing, pay exceptionally close attention to the actual emotional energy and engagement levels of the individual professionals sitting around the room. Consciously choose to validate their hard work publicly and actively invite their honest perspectives on how to optimize current timelines to ensure a healthy, highly sustainable operational balance. Watch how rapidly the internal energy shifts from heavy, exhausted compliance to vibrant, highly motivated collaboration. It rapidly transforms your department into an unstoppable powerhouse of inspired, dedicated collective intelligence and mutual respect. In conclusion, mastering the art of emotional awareness will completely revolutionize your management style, yielding massive breakthroughs in team loyalty. Your ultimate takeaway, Padre, is that true leadership influence is multiplied only when it is shared through humility, proactive empathy, and an absolute commitment to protecting your people. Commit to this disciplined approach starting right now.